Hey, all, it is day 34 of the 95 Days of Award Season Posts, and I am here today to discuss Tom Gormican's The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, or as I like to call it, the way that we remembered that Nicolas Cage is awesome. Now, I know this post is coming a little late, but I don't know if the rest of you are out there with me. It was the return of the Golden Globes tonight. Gerard Carmichael, interesting host. Some interesting winners, and some surprising choices were made. But all in all, it was good to see some of the winners, hear some of the incredible speeches, if kind of a lukewarm return of our Golden Globes. But I am not here to discuss that. I am here to discuss the unbearable weight of massive talent. But hey, we're here to discuss all things glorious about film, right? So, here it is. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. This meta film follows actor Nick Cage, who is our Nicolas Cage, struggling with his family life and his career, and how he pretty much has not much on either end. And after being passed over on what could be some big jobs for him with a big paycheck, he realizes that the real only offer he has is to go to Mallorca, be paid $1 million to appear at a party for one of his biggest fans, Javi. Not ideally what he wants to do, but realizing he doesn't have many options, he goes. So off to Mallorca to meet Javi Gutierrez, played with great aplomb by Pedro Pascal. Now, of course, what starts as a simple appearance starts to become a wee bit much, because Javi is a super fan, which can be a little off-putting at first, but after some interesting interactions, not going to say that there weren't maybe some illegal substances involved with the two of them, we see that these two actually really do like each other. Javi even announces that they are going to make a film together. And then things go off the rails with the appearance of the duo of Tiffany Haddish and Ike Barinholtz. Side note, if you haven't seen The Oath with the two of them, do so. Great black comedy. Anyway, these two appear now as two CIA agents who are tracking Javi because they believe him to be a criminal and responsible for kidnapping an anti-crime politician's daughter. So they enlist Nick Cage to help them. And him, being the great action star, sees that working with the CIA could be a great thing for him. He could do this. He's an actor. It's a little hard to say more than that without spoiling the film. So we'll just say that Nick and Javi go on quite an interesting journey. And through a series of action sequences that you can tell were very loosely borrowed from such Cage action flicks as Con Air and Face Off, we see how these two are going to go off, and let's see how well Nick Cage can work with the CIA. Now, it's obvious that Cage is having a blast playing this version of himself, and the rest of the supporting cast glides along with him with the greatest of ease. Gormican's script, written with Kevin Etten, provides Cage a great showcase for all of the tools that he has in his wallet. And yet, while I can say a lot of great things about Cage, and the film does have many laughs, do not get me wrong, sometimes it's a little too meta and too self-aware, and as we get towards the third act, it gets a little clunky. We get a good payoff, which I won't spoil, but there's a pocket in there where you really have to stay with it. Now, I normally wouldn't have even put this film in this set of award season posts, but it has been nominated for Best Comedy at the Critics' Choice Awards, and very much how the Golden Globes has their Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy, sometimes comedic films do make their way into the Best Picture nominations. Now, is this a frontrunner to grab one of those 10 spots? I don't think it's likely given the other films that we have there. But the film is a good representation of how a self-aware meta take on a celebrity and a comedy can go. So for that, the film for me is a 3 out of 5. I take away that one more star just because of how off the rails we go in the third act. However, it is definitely an enjoyable watch, And if you haven't seen The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent yet, it is streaming on Stars, or you can rent it on most digital platforms or pick up a physical copy at your local retailer. Tomorrow, I will be traveling to Gotham City for Matt Reeves' The Batman, as I continue the 95 days of award season posts. Until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break and watch something new.